Hey there, welcome to the 56th Easy JavaScript tutorial part of easyprogramming.net. In the 55th tutorial, I showed you just a text tutorial on how to use the filter method in JavaScript. As to why I'm doing a JavaScript video instead of a Raspberry Pi video, it's because I just moved and I'm still settling in. Raspberry Pi videos are in the pipelines, but I thought I'd take a break and show you a quick JavaScript tutorial on JavaScript modules, also known as ES6 modules. When you do get a chance, I do recommend checking out the MDN documentation on JavaScript modules because there's a lot of information here that I won't cover. My goal here is to just get you started, show you how to export modules, import them, and use them in your code. If you've ever worked with like Node.js or Java or Python or a lot of other languages, you can create modules which you can export and then import. So ES6 is a couple years old, but I've been using it quite a bit recently, so I thought I'd share what I learned. There are 5 lines here in HTML, and we will do 5 different things with them. I will be targeting them based on their IDs, and we'll just be doing 5 different things with them. So let's take a look at what we have here. So we have our main.js file, which will have our main code, which is being imported here, script.main. I am intentionally leaving something out here just to show you the error that you get and how to fix it, something that took me way too long to figure out when I first started dealing with this. I have a text.module.js, which will be one of our modules, and a number.module.js, which is another module. I already did the code here because, again, the purpose of this video is not to show you code, but to show you how to, or to show you logic, but to show you how to export and import these modules. So I have 2 methods described here, defined here, funny case and trim all. Funny case just alternates between the letters and either capitalizes them or turns them to lowercase, depending on which letter they are. So they turn me into funny case, the T will be lowercase, E will be uppercase, R will be lowercase, N will be uppercase, or vice versa, just to make it look funny. There's no purpose to any of this. Trim all will just replace any non-breaking spaces. This is just the ASCII code for non-breaking spaces, as we see here, and get rid of all the spaces so that it just trims all the words and makes it neater. And then here we have area of a circle twice the radius of 5. Again, no real math involved, just 2 times pi r square, and then 10 power of 5, and then something amps is a lot of current, so we'll deal with that as well. So the first thing we want to do is go to our text module. We want to export our method so that our main.js can import them. You can do them a couple of ways, but the way I'll show you here is to just do export, and in between curly braces we just export our methods like this. Once this has been done, it's been exported. Now we can import them into our main.js. So we can do import. If you've used like Java or Python, you can say, import all as text from text module.js. So what this is doing is it's importing from this file everything, asterisk is short case for everything, and we are giving an alias of texts so that we can do text.funnycase to implement that method. Pretty easy. So let's actually do something with this. So we'll do document.querySelector. I called it funny text. Inner text equals to text.funnyCase. If you use some other IDs, it may read the file and actually try and autofill for you. Brackets doesn't do that. It's one of my least favorite things about it, but oh well. We'll do document.querySelector funny text. So reading and writing to HTML is something I covered in Easy Programming quite a long time ago, in Easy JavaScript a long time ago. So I do recommend reading through these if you don't know what these are. So what I'm doing is just getting the inner text, which is this. I'm implementing, I'm putting it through the funny case function, and then replacing it again with the inner text. So when you do inner text equals to, it acts as an assignment, whereas if you just do it this way, it just reads it. So if I save this, and if I go back here and I refresh it, turn me into funny case, it didn't work. So why didn't it work? So let's go to our console. We'll see unexpected token, blah blah blah, right? The asterisk can't find the asterisk. And that's because I forgot to import it as a module. So one thing that I actually don't know where it would be in this page here, but one thing that you would need to do is you need to set a type of module. So now this is new to ES6. So we'll do main.js, we'll import it as a module. And now if we go back here, I'll clear this, refresh, and look at that. Turn me into funny case is now funny case, right? TURN, blah, blah, blah. Again, no practical sense to this, but it's just doing this. So let's quickly do the same thing with our other module. I'm just going to copy this, and then we'll just change the selector to trim all. Copy this, trim all, and again, funny case, I need to change this to like text.trim all because that's now the other module. So we'll do, if I do this, there you go, it got rid of all the spaces. So that's pretty simple, right? So we exported our text module here in curly braces, and then we imported everything. But what if you want to import just some things? And that's what we'll do with our number module. So in our number modules, we have a variable, a const, and two different methods that we defined here. So we can actually export them as is instead of doing them later as we did in our text modules here. So we can export them one by one. And in our main.js, we can import them as import. Let's do current. So we'll import just current from number module.js. And now we can do something with our numbers. So we'll do document.query selector. I believe I called it area circle. Dot inner text equals to twice radius. Sorry, I'm doing this backwards. So instead of getting current, let me actually get twice radius. Do twice radius 5, right? So just to go in chronological order, I was just going over here instead of my code, which is not really the best, but it's okay. So I did twice radius 5, and again, I'm just defining it. I'm not reading this value from anywhere. In an actual application, you'll have input and output. Here, I just have input, or just output. And if I do refresh, it'll say cannot set property inner text of null. So let's see, circle, right? Typo. That's where the JavaScript console is so helpful. We'll do this. So area of a circle twice the radius of 5 is blah blah blah. So kind of makes sense. I can't do the math in my head, but feel free to test me out on this. The math is pretty simple. It's just 2 times pi times radius, pi r squared. And then we'll do the same thing with power of 5. So actually, let's do the current first. So we'll do, again, this one's going to be super simple. So we'll do document.query selector current dot inner text equals to current. Because we didn't import it, it's not going to work. If I do this and I refresh, you know, object HTML span element blah blah blah, it didn't get anything. So we'll import current. Now if I refresh, there you go. 100 amps is a lot of current, or 100 amps of current is a lot. Yes. And last but not least, let's do 10 power of 5 is, and let's import. What did I call this one? Power of 5, right? Power of 5. Now we can assign an alias to this too. So the power of 5 as POF. You know, let's do that. We do document.queries selector. What did I call it? Power of 5. Power of 5. Too many. Dot inner text equals to POF dot. It's 10. Yeah, power of 10. Sorry. There you go. POF 10, right? So if you look at here, the 10 power of 5 is, you know, it's the 10 exponent 5. It should give us, refresh, 1 or 100,000. Seems about right. 10 factor of 5. Or, yes, 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. Yeah, so there you go. So we've exported the number modules one by one. We've exported the text modules all in one go. and we've imported them into our main, and we have done something with our text here. It's pretty simple. You can also have default modules, which the MDM documentation does go over. I didn't cover that for no real particular reason, except that you can only have one, and I wasn't able to find a good example to show you of when you'd need to use it. But anyway, I hope this is useful. This has been really useful for me with work and with my personal projects for a while now, and I thought I'd share this with you. Remember to visit easyprogramming.net for more information, and if you want me to cover a specific topic, do let me know. I'll be back with more tutorials, including some Raspberry Pi ones, so stay tuned. Maybe I'll do another Raspberry Pi giveaway. Anyways, you will find all of the files here on easyprogramming.net. Thank you for watching. Have a great one.